Lay waste to the malevolent, lest the night prevail.
East 9 Monstrum Nox captivates with fast-paced combat, slick traversal mechanics, and a mysterious tale set within the shadowy city of Balduck. The unique abilities of the Monstrums make exploration incredibly fun, while the soundtrack fuels the action with adrenaline-pumping energy. Each character feels distinct, both in battle and personality, and the pacing keeps things fresh without dragging. An engaging adventure that hooks from the first chapter and keeps momentum all the way through.
Into the depths of the labyrinth, explorers. Etrian.
The Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection is a restored version of 3 classic RPG adventures that inspire players to explore deep dungeons and create personalized groups for tactical warfare. Players guide a guild of adventurers through a large labyrinth in pursuit of unique gems and secrets. They move about and make a map of the area while fighting foes in turn-based combat. The game also has upgraded visuals, a remastered soundtrack, quality of life enhancements, difficulty choices, and save slots, quick access to the monstrous codex, mission log, and skill tree.
You must be ready to defeat anything and everything.
And always be aware of the flow of events in the world.
The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 delivers a rich, character-driven epic that rewards both longtime fans and newcomers alike. The world building is phenomenal, dense with lore, politics, and heart. Every interaction feels meaningful, with relationships deepening in ways that genuinely matter. Combat shines with strategic depth, offering satisfying customization and tactical nuance. The pacing balances intense moments with quiet, emotional beats that hit surprisingly hard, a gripping journey that commands attention from start to finish.
The embers of war are about to ignite. A paradox.
Exit the Gungeon is a dungeon crawler game that chronicles the exploits of Gungeoneers who must cross hazardous elevators and battle a slew of enemies as the Gungeon collapses. Your weapon rapidly changes according to your good gaming and combo collection. You fight tough combat against the ultimate and most vengeful Gundead with small breaks for chats with familiar and new individuals. The game has ever-changing areas, foes, bosses, unusual weaponry, and varied objects, making each exit the Gungeon experience interesting. Twilight Monk is a hidden gem that blends martial arts action with a rich, hand-drawn fantasy world. The combat feels snappy and responsive, with satisfying combos and slick animations. Exploration is rewarding, with Metroidvania-style progression and secrets tucked everywhere. The art style absolutely pops, giving the game a unique, comic book vibe that stands out. The lore is surprisingly deep, pulling you into a world filled with monks, monsters, and mysterious powers. It's clear this was made with passion, definitely worth checking out if you love stylish action platformers. Darksiders 2 Deathinitive Edition carves a grand adventure through a mythic world brimming with ancient ruins, eerie dungeons, and monstrous foes. Death's journey is packed with satisfying combat, rich loot, and clever puzzles that reward exploration. The striking art direction and epic soundtrack build a captivating atmosphere. With engaging RPG elements and a hefty world to roam, it's a thrilling ride that keeps the momentum strong and the action rewarding across every corrupted realm explored. BIOMORPH is a fast-paced, stylish Metroidvania with a clever twist. Defeating enemies and using their forms adds a fresh layer to exploration and combat. The hand-drawn art style pops with color and detail, and the fluid movement keeps every moment engaging. The world is full of secrets and satisfying challenges, with combat that feels responsive and impactful. For fans of action platformers looking for a game that rewards curiosity and skill, this one stands out with its inventive mechanics and vibrant world design. Ultra Space Battle Brawl explodes with retro flair, mixing neon visuals, upbeat music, and chaotic multiplayer fun into one arcade-style battleground. Every match feels like a fast-paced showdown of reflexes and strategy, especially with 4-player matches turning into hilarious mayhem. The pixel art pops with color, and each character's special ability adds depth without overcomplicating the action. A solid pick for quick sessions or couch battles that bring instant smiles and competitive energy to the screen. Wrath Aeon of Ruin channels pure 90s shooter energy with fast-paced action, sprawling level design, and a heavy atmospheric tone. Built on the Quake engine, it nails the retro aesthetic while smartly updating mechanics for modern sensibilities. Enemy encounters feel intense, and exploration rewards those who dare to dig deeper. Weapons feel satisfying, and the sound design keeps tension high. A throwback done right, evoking the golden age of first-person shooters with confidence and power. Ninja Issen, the Scroll of Dimension, slashes through with retro precision, evoking the spirit of classic 16-bit action games. Striking pixel art, crisp controls, and a pulsing synth soundtrack make each stage feel nostalgic yet fresh. The dimension-hopping mechanic keeps gameplay inventive, while boss fights demand sharp reflexes. Every level flows with intent, encouraging mastery without frustration. It's a fast-paced, stylish tribute to old-school ninja titles, executed with care and reverence for the genre's golden era. Hob the Definitive Edition impresses with its wordless storytelling and atmospheric world. The environmental puzzles are clever, the combat feels responsive, and the shifting landscapes reward exploration with satisfying progression. The art direction, paired with a subtle soundtrack, creates an immersive sense of wonder. Every area feels carefully crafted, encouraging curiosity at every turn. For fans of action-adventure games with a focus on discovery and world-building, this is a journey well worth taking. Olive Town is a tranquil town founded by your grandpa and his friends. You must carry on his legacy by cultivating crops, rearing animals, creating connections, and getting to know the inhabitants as you take over his farm. You may build your farm from the ground up, collecting resources to upgrade infrastructure, upgrading tools, and commissioning new costumes and accessories. The farm provides limitless opportunities, from clearing land to manufacturing decorations and amenities. Earth sprites can also be found in unknown areas such as gardens, an island in the sky. Katana ZERO is a graphically gorgeous neo-noir action platformer featuring fast-paced combat and brutal battles. Players can cut, dash, and manipulate time to discover their character's enigmatic background. The game features amazing combat mechanics that allow players to adapt to any situation. The handcrafted level design encourages creativity and unusual approaches to defeating opponents. The game's narration takes a unique approach, incorporating cinematic moments into the action. To accomplish the mission, players must not leave any survivors in their path. A Hat in Time is a delightful 3D platformer that captures the magic of classic genre favorites. The vibrant worlds are packed with creativity, each filled with clever missions, quirky characters, and playful humor. Movement feels fluid and satisfying, making exploration genuinely fun. The game's art style radiates personality, and the music adds an extra spark to every moment. A joyful adventure packed with heart, color, and imagination that's hard to put down once the journey begins. ANNO Mutationem stands out with its slick 2D, 3D cyberpunk aesthetic, dynamic combat, and atmospheric neon-soaked cityscapes. The gameplay strikes a satisfying balance between exploration and action, with fluid animations and engaging upgrades. Dialogue is sharp, the world feels alive, and the art direction elevates each moment. From hacking terminals to slicing through foes, every interaction feels purposeful. A strong sense of style and substance makes this a memorable journey through a high-tech dystopia worth diving into. Metal Suit's Counterattack is a high-octane thrill ride packed with satisfying action and crisp, futuristic visuals. The gameplay flows smoothly, combining fast-paced combat with slick movement mechanics that keep each encounter engaging. Enemy designs are creative, and the soundtrack adds serious momentum to every mission. The upgrade system keeps progression rewarding without feeling grindy. A solid pick for fans of side-scrolling shooters looking for adrenaline-fueled fun with a sharp sci-fi edge. Flynn, Son of Crimson, shines with sharp combat, responsive controls, and a striking art style. The world feels alive with vibrant visuals and memorable creatures. Combat evolves smoothly with satisfying weapon variety and magical abilities. The soundtrack hits the right notes, enhancing the adventure without overpowering it. Backtracking through unlocked areas feels rewarding rather than repetitive. A refreshing sense of pace keeps the action engaging. A standout platformer that confidently carves its own identity with style. Gimmick 2 follows Yumataro, the lovely green yokai, on a fascinating voyage packed with difficulties, opponents, and elusive riches. Players can select between an accessible aided mode and the original Gimmick option for a genuine skill test. Yumataro's unique ability to call and launch a strong star enables him to activate switches, defend against enemies, and even serve as transportation to reach difficult locations. Mastering the star's bouncing dynamics enables players to find hidden prizes, shortcuts, and set new speed records. Kitaria Fables is an action-adventure RPG that includes farming and crafts. Players must battle the encroaching darkness, pillage dungeons, and collaborate with their village neighbors to create new gear. The game features real-time fighting and allows players to master ancient magic and create weapons and armor. Kitaria is brimming with resources, including creatures, seeds, and materials for making weapons and accessories. Players may also make friends in Paw Village and complete tasks alone or with companions in local co-op.
And peace and tranquility restored.
Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord stands out with its stylish tactical combat and engaging cast of characters. The music-driven mechanics add a fun twist to battles, especially with the Diva system changing the flow mid-fight. Colorful visuals, sharp animations, and dramatic storytelling keep each chapter exciting. While the maps can feel a bit basic, the strong character interactions and creative systems make it a standout strategy RPG. Fans of anime aesthetics and strategic depth will find plenty to enjoy. Reverie Knight's Tactics impresses with its hand-drawn art style and engaging turn-based combat. Strategic depth meets a rich fantasy world, where each decision carries weight in both battle and story. The character development is satisfying, and the comic book presentation adds flair to the narrative. Combat encounters are smartly designed, rewarding careful planning. For those who enjoy tactical RPGs with a strong visual identity and meaningful choices, this game stands out as a rewarding and memorable journey. Dusk Diver, 2 packs punchy combat, slick anime visuals, and a colorful Taipei-inspired world into a fast-paced action RPG. The combo-heavy battles feel rewarding, with each character bringing unique flair and style. The story ramps up with engaging dialogue and stylish cutscenes that keep momentum strong. Fans of action-packed, character-driven games will find plenty to enjoy. With its energetic pacing and vibrant design, Dusk Diver 2 keeps the action rolling with satisfying progression and solid replay value. River City Girls Zero throws it back with retro vibes, pixel art, and old-school combat that hits hard. The story is packed with attitude, giving Misako and Kyoko a fun origin tale full of style and fists. The classic beat-em-up mechanics are simple but satisfying, with catchy music and manga-style cutscenes adding flavor. For fans of the genre, there's something nostalgic and fresh all at once. It's a wild ride through 90s arcade action, full of energy and character. The Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails crafts an engaging action RPG with fast-paced combat, clever platforming, and a story that keeps momentum without dragging. The visuals are crisp, with colorful environments that pop, and the soundtrack adds energy to every moment. Characters are well written, making each interaction meaningful. A solid adventure packed with heart, smart mechanics, and pacing that rarely slows down. It's the kind of journey that rewards curiosity and keeps players moving forward with purpose. Cosmic Star Heroine nails the retro sci-fi RPG feel with sharp pixel art, a cool synth soundtrack, and smart combat that rewards strategy. The cast is fun, the pacing moves fast, and the vibe hits that sweet spot between nostalgic and fresh. Combat feels quick yet thoughtful, and the tech-style abilities keep battles engaging. The futuristic setting, paired with snappy writing, gives every moment purpose. A solid pick for fans of 16-bit classics with a modern kick. Volgarr the Viking II brings back the brutal challenge fans crave, with brutal combat and pinpoint precision. Its retro visuals strike hard with bold design, and the soundtrack hammers home the old-school intensity. Each level demands focus and skill, rewarding mastery with a real sense of triumph. The controls are sharp, the pacing relentless, and the boss battles hit with satisfying weight. For those seeking raw, satisfying action in a side-scroller, this sequel stands tall, proud, and gloriously unrelenting. Snow Bros. Wonderland is a charming revival of classic arcade fun, wrapped in colorful visuals and cheerful music. The gameplay is fast-paced and addictive, with satisfying snowball mechanics and quirky enemies that keep each stage feeling fresh. It's a delightful blend of retro style and modern polish, perfect for short bursts or longer sessions. Co-op mode adds even more fun, especially with a friend. Fans of old-school platformers will find plenty to love here. It's a joyful, energetic experience that never takes itself too seriously. Castaway is an exciting game in which players are taken to a pixelated universe where they must save Martin, a devoted pet abandoned on a mystery island. Players must beat 3 bosses in the story mode to get access to the addicting survivor mode, which requires them to scale a 50-floor edifice with more difficult obstacles. The game is intended for everyone, from experienced gamers to newbies, and has engaging pixel art graphics, unique weapon powers, and a compelling music. Players may select between pacifist and invincible settings and test their abilities in speedrun mode. ASTRO Aqua Kitty is a delightful underwater adventure that combines engaging platforming with colorful, vibrant visuals. The gameplay is smooth and intuitive, making exploration and combat enjoyable and rewarding. The level design encourages curiosity, and the variety of enemies keeps things interesting without feeling overwhelming. The soundtrack complements the action perfectly, adding to the immersive feel. It's a refreshing and fun title that brings a lot of joy and replay value to players who love charming aquatic worlds. Eight-Bit Adventures 2 is a nostalgic love letter to classic JRPGs, blending retro visuals with modern polish. The turn-based combat is fast, strategic, and never overstays its welcome, while the cast of characters is charming and well-written. What really shines is the story emotional, funny, and full of heart, with surprising depth. The soundtrack perfectly captures that 8-bit magic, enhancing every moment. It's clear this game was made with passion, and it delivers a genuinely fun and memorable RPG experience. Vagante stands out with its tough but fair roguelike gameplay, detailed pixel art, and rewarding sense of progression. Every run feels meaningful, with class choices and gear dramatically affecting each attempt. The atmospheric music and handcrafted feel of the levels enhance the dungeon crawling vibe. With local and online co-op, adventuring with friends adds extra depth. It's the kind of game that keeps pulling players back in, thanks to smart design and satisfying combat that respects time and skill. Dodgeball Academia is a fun, quirky sports RPG with a vibrant art style and clever humor. The school's setting feels alive, packed with quirky characters and unique dodgeball battles that mix timing and strategy. Each match feels fresh thanks to the variety of special abilities and evolving challenges. The story keeps things light yet engaging, making it easy to get invested. It's a game that keeps the pace fun, the action energetic, and the world colorful without ever taking itself too seriously. Fran Bow pulls players into a twisted tale of trauma and imagination, wrapped in a disturbing yet mesmerizing art style. The dark narrative unfolds with a dreamlike logic, full of eerie creatures, clever puzzles, and unsettling charm. The point-and-click mechanics are intuitive, and the psychological depth rewards those who pay attention. With its unique atmosphere and unflinching themes, Fran Bow becomes a compelling descent into madness that lingers long after the final scene fades. Cthulhu Saves Christmas is a hilarious, fast-paced JRPG packed with witty dialogue and retro-style charm. The combat system feels quick and satisfying, with just enough strategy to keep things interesting. Its holiday-themed story flips expectations with a perfect mix of humor and absurdity, while the pixel art and upbeat soundtracks set a festive tone. It's a short but memorable ride, bursting with personality and clever writing that keeps each moment entertaining and refreshingly lighthearted. Ash of Gods the Way pulls players into a tactical card-based world with layered strategy and a striking art style. The choices carry real weight, and each encounter demands careful thought. The narrative is gripping, supported by expressive hand-drawn visuals and a unique combat system that rewards planning. From its moody soundtrack to its challenging battles, the game keeps tension high without feeling unfair. A thoughtful, rewarding journey for fans of tactical fantasy storytelling. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome.
In the face.